Yay! Welcome, beautiful yogis. Today our practice is for a healthy, happy spine. So our poses will be centered about really getting our spine in shape, flexible, and able to move. I do understand it's really hot where you are. We'll keep that in mind. Hopefully you're in AC. And let's begin seated. Catch our breath, bring ourselves into now moment. So sit nice and tall, draw the shoulders back, lower your gaze. Lovely to see your smiling faces, ready to practice. All right, she says close the eyes, and she's seeing all your lovely faces. So now I'm going to close my eyes. Know that you too are now tuning into your own body. Sensing what's here, any aches and pains, anything new or anything chronic. Accepting what is here now, knowing that we will navigate our way through injuries and vulnerabilities with great care and loving kindness. To feel the movement of breath. And just align your attention fully now with your breathing, knowing that in the doing, we have done a huge internal shift from autopilot, to conscious breathing. Just the feeling of the breath as it rises and falls. Incrementally deepening and slowing, and that the breath not only begins low in your belly, but rises and spreads all the way to the top, where we let the breath go again, slowly deflating, to receive the next inhalation, rising and spreading in a 360 all the way around, so not only front and back, sides as well, all the way to the fullness moment, and then letting the breath flow out, becoming absorbed by this way of breath. The way of conscious breath that brings us into here and now. Settle into it. This slow, deep, mindful breath. Noticing how, as we breathe, we're holding the spine upright. And knowing that through our practice we will be moving the spine in so many directions, in all the ways that the spine naturally moves. This too we'll be doing consciously as we go through these beautiful yoga poses that have come to us, which we adapt for our own body, and which we know make us feel really good. As you find yourself exhaling again, bring the palms into prayer pose, looking at your hands now. And this time with the hands held together, inhale. Follow your hands as they rise up to straight arms and reaching your big peak moment here, top of breath. Exhale, spread your arms all the way around your body, opening wide, and bring your hands back to our starting place. To do this twice more. Inhale, rising, lifting, reaching, and then the exhale is spreading wide and circling the palms back together for one more time. Lovely, everyone. This time the hands come to rest on the lap or on your thighs, your knees. And let's circle the trunk now in a clockwise direction. So your spine begins to circle so that the stability is in the sitting bones in our seat. And our circling is from your waist up. But it is palpable into the muscles of the low belly as well, because they are, of course, intricately connected with breath. Great. And now please circle the other way, anti-clockwise, connected to breath. And last time. Nice. Good. And as we come back, rise tall again. And now let's make our way to all fours. We have the blocks at hand, but we won't use them right away. We're just starting with hands and knees and then finding that oscillation, that undulation through the spinal column that we do with the breath. We call it cow-cat. We're going to add a little pranayama to this. So as we reach the top of the inhale with the chest broad and the collarbones back, little holding moment. Exhale, tuck tail, begin to round your back, look down. And squeeze internally, pelvic floor, lower belly for 1, 2 counts. Relax that for the inhalation. And so the pelvis tilts and the chest comes forward and the shoulders back. The exhalation, rounding again. So going at your own pace. Little pause at each end of the breath. And we'll flow with this a few moments more. And so this is the spine's capacity to undulate, to round, to arch. Perhaps as the body warms up, our movements get a little more big, or perhaps we're just moving gently today, tuning in to your own body. One more time. Lovely. Now plop down onto your right butt cheek with your left leg extended out to the left and your right foot tucked in. There we go. Good. Bring your left arm high, inhale, and then reach for your left foot for 1. We're not going to hold yet. Inhale. Bring the spine tall and your arm reaching vertically. Exhale, reach towards your foot, extended leg foot. One more time. Great. This time let's hold somewhere. Your toes, your ankles, your knees, somewhere in between. Now raise your spine while holding on. Good. And then wrap your free arm behind your back. All the way behind your back. And now we come to a little twist here, where the upper body rotates, turns towards your right. We're holding onto the foot to keep that nice engagement here. Great. And now turn your head only to look to your foot. Making sure that shoulder hasn't crept up. If it has, just take it down. And we feel the stretch and we feel the breath and we lean into, tune into all the sensations that arise. And fill it all with that inhalation that is not only upwards, but also sideways and all the way around. Inflating into a spherical inhale breath, softening on the exhale. Next inhale, head turns to look up, and exhale, returns to look down. One more time, the head turning breath. Nice. Releasing the arms. Inhale, come to upright. And now the sense of your arms free floating in the air. So any kind of air dance with the arms. Anything that feels intuitive, creative. Just waving them about. Just a little moment of this, free moving. And we come back to the center line, legs stay, hands to the mat. Lift your heart up and exhale, come forward. And so we've got a little forward bend here out of the asymmetrical legs. Keep both sitting bones on the mat. Keep the extended leg vigorous. Nice. Walk your hands back. Nice, everybody. Bring this leg back. Your extended leg comes back in. We are now rolling onto the back. Again, come on down and bring your right leg into the figure 4 shape. We've got that right, your right ankle across your left thigh. And now hold your left thigh with both hands. We are now in thread the needle position. And draw the legs closer towards you with each exhalation. And let them move slightly away with each inhalation. And so the spine now, in its own lane on the ground, very safe. And this little undulation, which is opening the right hip, is also bringing movement into the low back. One more time, legs move away and draw in. We keep the legs fairly drawn in, tuck your chin. And now your left leg can extend up towards straight and flexed foot. And exhale, bend the knee. So keep it slow, deliberate rather than momentum. Repeating that again. The inhale straightens the leg, flexes the foot, little tiny hold. And the exhale, the knee bends and the foot relaxes at the end of the breath. One more time. Nice. Let your left foot land on the floor. Place your right foot next to it. Parallel feet, palms flat near your feet. This is at ready for bridge. Flatten your low back, peel your tailbone up, inhaling it for 1. Tuck the tail as we exhale down with the bridge. And coming up again for 2. And 1 more time. Raise your hips, press the hands and feet. And lower down. Lovely. We have a little moment here to feel into the body. We land, we release. Arms move away, rolling palms open, cobbler's feet. 3 slow breaths. Perhaps your body feels a little asymmetrical as we have done that sequence only on the first side. Beautiful, everyone. Gently bring your knees back up. And let's flip over back to all fours. Where we begin again with cow-cat. Slow, deliberate movement with little pauses each end of the breath. Inhale into the cow shape and exhaling, tuck under. And going in your own timing, mindful of those little holding moments at fullness. And again at emptiness. Three more. As you are able, that inner contraction towards the end of the exhalation and into the hold with the pelvic floor and the low belly and almost the navel as well, deeply inward and up. Two more. And last one. Lovely, everybody. We're going to plop down onto the other hip. So that for you would be your left hip. Plop on down. And it will be your right leg extending out. And bring in your other heel. If you've got an owie knee, give it a little help with a block. And here we go. Raise your right arm. Get really long, lofty. Exhale, reach sideways for one. Coming up again. Lovely enlivened arm. Breathe it up long. Exhaling, we reach. One more. Lovely, and then this time as we reach, we'll grab on too, wherever you can. Lovely. And the free arm, so lift away from the leg, so it's a little pull. And the free arm, your left arm, tucks behind the waist, behind your back, far as you can, and rotate your ribs now towards your left. And so there is a vigor, a tautness in the arm and leg, foot, hand connection. Side stretch, upper body twist. The inhale sees us looking over the left shoulder, and the exhale is that turn of the head towards the hand foot for one. And again. Slow head turn. And two. One more time. Lovely, everyone. Couple of breaths right here. Beautiful. Letting go, the hand-foot connection. Inhale, bring the arm up. Let's take both arms up, aloft. Good. And then as we did, the legs stay vigorous, but the arms do a little air dance. Any way you like. Soft fingers, wrists, shoulders. Just a little free moving. That sometimes is just nice to explore the space. And then from here, We'll come back to the front with the fingertips just in front of the body, lift the heart, and the exhale, we come forward. And we rest here in the forward bend and bring the breath into the back. One lovely long exhalation, releasing into the forward bend. Good, we come up. We're going to roll onto the back again, coming into thread the needle on the other side. So make your way onto your back. This time it's going to be your left ankle lying across. We hold the right thigh with both hands and pulse here a little bit. Each exhalation, draw the legs closer, feel the low back spread. Inhale the legs away and exhale, draw in. One more time. And this time as we draw in, we keep everything in, tuck the chin slightly. Now we're going to straighten and bend your right leg. Inhale, straighten out, flex the foot, open the back of the knee. Exhale, bend. Twice more with your breath. Lovely, and then this time as the knee bends, the foot comes to the mat, the other foot joins the parallel feet. Feel the landing, palms flat near the feet, sacrum on the mat, and we are ready now for the bridge with the breath. Lift up your hips, breathing in, knees steady, stable. Exhale back down. Slow it down if you can. Grounding and stabilizing. Bridge pose. Good for feet and ankles and knees and glutes. Nice. As you complete your third one, land, release, widen the arms, roll open, feet in cobblers. Nice. We'll practice, on account of summer's heat, the Sitali breath. You may remember this is a cooling breath. It's slurpy inhale through your tongue tube. Some of us can't do the tongue tube, so we just draw the tip of the tongue back and slurp through the mouth either side. How it goes is we slurp in through the moist mouth, close the mouth, and the exhale is through the nose. In that interim, your mouth moistens again for the next one. Let's go for it. Tongue tube or tongue back, slurp the inhale. Nose exhale. Slurpy inhale. Nose exhale. We'll do 3 more in your own timing. Just explore for yourself. This ancient cooling technique, is it still relevant today? Let's see. And as you complete, feet. Bring the knees up again. Walk the feet to the edges of the mat. Knees are bent, tail is tucked right in the middle of the mat, and take your arms now spaciously out from the shoulders, palms open, and just tip your knees, your hips in the most relaxing way, staying connected to your breath. And noticing how not only into the hips but into the low back, this lazy summer afternoon rolling around can feel really good. Your head can roll in the opposite direction. And as we complete this last one, we'll bring the knees back up. Walk the feet in. Positioning your feet flat again for bridge. Hands near the feet, palms down again. Tuck your sacrum flat. Lengthened arms pressing into the mat all the way up to the shoulders. And with the hands and feet pressing down, raise your hips up. Slowly up. Let's stay here. So the arms can stay in this position, or you could clasp hands under your back. In which case you'll have the capacity to bring your upper arm closer to your trunk, tucking it under. Elbows straight, parallel feet. And we'll come back to our same pranayama, that rectangle breath, little pauses each end of the breath. One more. On the exhalation, remove the arms out of the way, tail tucked slowly down, bone by bone. And on landing, release the buttocks. Soften the arms, your hips, your tummy. Staying as you are, the nose inhales. We blow the breath away as the head turns towards the right, the length of the exhale. Dissipating all the effort, all the heat. The nose inhale brings the head back to center. And the next exhale, blow the breath away, turning leftwards. Come back to center and draw both knees in, a hand on each knee. This too will stretch into the low back. Nice and open there. And then with a hand on each knee, we're going to circle the both knees together so that the sacral area is grounding into the mat. Grounding, grinding into the mat. Keeping it slow and mindful on this summery day, where we now reverse to take it 3 times the other way. And as you complete with the legs close to your body, leave them there And spread your arms wide out from the shoulders. A breath in at center, and knees and hips a little left, head right on exhale. Come back to center. Take it the other way. And so now we are increasing the little twisting of the low body side to side. And can you feel this in your low back? Bringing aliveness into the low back, side to side. Just let yourself feel that you are just luxuriating into this easy peasy, lovely breath flow, low back activation. Until this time we're heading towards the left with the knees. Come all the way to the left and let something come to the ground, probably your foot. And the best you can, line up the knees on top of one another. Don't have to be perfect, because when you do that you might find that your right shoulder comes up. So find a balance point. So now we've got the knees leftwards, maybe drawn up towards the left elbow, looking to the right. So we've got a nice spinal twist that we can feel into and breathe into. Two more, one more breath here, just letting it feel easy. The lower body is going to stay right here. And with that right arm extended to the right, we inhale. And then bring your right arm upwards, across your body, and your right hand finds your left hand. And feel how this comes into your upper back stretch. Open wide again, inhale. And coming across for the exhalation. One more time. Scapula, upper back. We open the right arm all the way, we leave it there, and bring your knees up. And bring the hands to the knees. And this time, circle your knees in the opposite directions, forming an infinity sign. 3 times each way. And as you complete, feel that your sacrum is at center and your arms are wide again. And we're going to take the knees this time to the right, land. Adjust your knees on top of one another. You're up towards the right elbow. Gaze left. Relax here. Internal body awareness, the feeling of the breath. This is mindful yoga, where we are completely attuned to the inner body. Nice, and then we'll begin to move. That left arm's out to the left on the inhale. And then ready to exhale, bring the arm up and over to your right hand for 1. Opening wide. Come on over for 2. as we move the left scapula up or back. Bring energy here. And finally, we open the left arm again and bring the knees back to center and land the feet at the middle. And adjust your spine to the middle of your mat. Your feet parallel. Arms now next to your body, palms down. And we come again to the bridge sequence where the feet press down. Inhale, raise the hips and the arms. This time the arms coming all the way overhead. Parallel arms, parallel knees, stretching into your belly. Little holding moment and exhale, come back down. On landing, that little holding on empty moment, mind melts to rise again. Slow mindful movement, which is extra slowed with this breath pattern. Coming to our last one, third one. And as we land again, release buttocks. And bring now your right ankle across the left thigh. So we've been here before, but this time the left foot comes off the mat and the hands cup the head. A strong spine needs a strong core. So with each exhalation, we are bringing the legs in this shape and the trunk closer together. Curling up on the exhale. Inhale, come back. Foot doesn't have to go all the way to the ground, but it can. Exhale, curling up. That's 2. Let's do 3 more of these. Nice, and hold this final one. And lie back down. Head to the mat. Feet undo. Find the midline. And now the left ankle across your right thigh. Right foot is off the mat. And hands hold head. As we did, exhale, curl up as the legs come in close. 1. Still that little holding at top and bottom of breath as you are able. Just a point of focus. 2. And that's 3. We have 2 more, yogis. And release down. This time just let your legs slide out. It's a mini Shavasana shape. Palms open close to the body. Legs at ease. 3 conscious breaths. Feel everything. Feel everything and bring in that quality of appreciation for your breathing body. For this tending and loving and healing practice that we are offering the body. Nice, everyone. Draw the legs in and roll over back to all fours. Bring your blocks under your hands. Good. Straight arms, heart lifted, right knee lifts up from behind, inhale with the chest, knee to nose, crunch under, 1, and again for 2. This time, right foot steps, the foot grounds deeply, allowing us to press away from the blocks to raise the arms up, all the way up. Could you cup your head now as we come up? Hold the head, steady through your front foot and knee, lift out of your waist and arch back. So we're holding the head, the elbows are wide, spread across your chest. And feeling how you can stay stable even as your upper back gets activated. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to vertical. Arms alongside. Left arm reaches forward, inhale, and hook that elbow over your right knee for the twist to the right. Turn and twist. Make space in the low back. Beautiful to see you. And on the exhalation, the hands come back to the block, where we take a moment to stretch that right leg fully. And breathe into all the sensations that show up in your right leg and knee. All happening. Good, and draw your right leg back. We're at fours again. Let's take that left knee up, inhale with your heart, and crunch under, 1. Stretch and open the heart, crunching under, 2. And on the third one, you know what to do. Step through. To rise up. Inhale, rise up. All the way to the peak. Cup your head. And we take a little back bend here. Not so much about the hips now, but about the upper back. Beautiful. Torso comes back to vertical, arms relax a moment alongside. And then it's the right arm, inhale it forward and hook your elbow for a twist to the left. Nice, everyone. Release back to the blocks to straighten the left leg. Give that a nice little extension. Tend your breath. Feel into your body awakening. So what I deeply love about yoga is how the body awakens to pranic flow and the mind quietens down. Such a lovely balance of the opposites. Our awareness keeps us safe. Great, draw the left leg back. Now we take puppy dog, so blocks to the side. This too is all about the upper back. Puppy dog, we keep the butt high over the knees, walk the arms forward. Mindful of your shoulders, also big opening for shoulders. And can you bring your forehead to rest or on the block or ground? And then the sense of your chest pressing down to the ground. Activating upper back, shoulders, underarms. Bring your breath there. Good. Walk the hands back. Come to fours. And grab your blocks again. Fours with the blocks. Right knee lifts up with the heart. Inhale and step your right foot through. And immediately straighten the right leg. Slide it as straight as you can. And now, see if you can bring your hips a little forward so that left quad is starting to stretch. Use the blocks as much as you need. That's it. And we're of course stretching the right leg, but you can feel it maybe into the left quad. We're stretching into those. Great. Bring the right foot back to flat. We'll go a little to and fro. Pelvis forward, right knee bends. Lower the hips. Now we're feeling it in the left quad. And inhale, straighten your right leg and pull your hips back. Great. As we did. Right foot flat, knee bends, and the left quad closer to the mat. 2. One more. Nice. We're going to hang out a little bit here with that lovely deep psoas stretch. You can lift your heart or you can hang out. All right. Beautiful. Draw your hips back. And we'll go back all the way with the right leg. And set up for the second side. Left knee lifts up, inhale. Step the foot all the way through. Slide the left leg straight. And stay a little bit, letting your pelvis come forward. And so this first go at it, we're a little tight. Good. Now bend the left knee again so the foot is flat. And we bring in this mobility. On the exhale, glide the pelvis forward, right quad stretch, and draw it back. Leg towards straight. And the deeper lunge where the heart lifts and the hips come down and forward. 2. One more. Stay a couple of breaths here. And we, from a strong core, pull the hips back and take the left knee back. And this time from the wide knees, the lowered blocks, extended child's pose. So the hips pull back. We stretch into the low back now. Chest closer to the mat. So the puppy dog, we were more in the upper back. Now we're in the full back. Bring your breath there. Nice. And coming forward again. Walk your knees in, put the blocks to the sides as we come now into an upright kneeling position. Inhale, raise your arms up. Strong at the core, Come all the way to the front of the mat with your palms down. And then on inhale, bring your shoulders, your torso forward. And then on the exhale, the pelvis forward. And we stay here for the lifted heart. And exhale, draw back. Seat, 2 feet. Hands slide back. We inhale to the upright kneeling position. Exhale forward. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Pelvis forward on exhale. Lift the heart, breathing in, pull back. Let's do one more. Rise on up. Strong belly. As we come forward, reach long. Good. Shoulders forward over wrists. Pelvis down towards the ground where we stay for the straight-armed heart lifting. Inhale. Good. Now we're going down. Exhale all the way down. And let's come to Sphinx pose, where we can have a little rest. Adjust your place on the mat. And uncurled toes now. Parallel forearms, heart lifting. Slow breathing. The Sphinx pose has this quality of the lion. We are in the season of Leo the lion, and we are, as I mentioned in the email, we are coming into the Lion's Gate, just a few days till the 8th. And the cosmic alignment brings us to a new portal and new information, new codes coming at us. And we are asked to be present, to hold steady, even when the chaos erupts around us. Hold steady as we are now with this breathing. Enduring, strengthening upper arms. Next exhale, lower down, let a little pillow form under your brow, and completely let your buttock muscles relax and your whole back relax and the shoulders drop down. Inward moment. Lovely. Come back to Sphinx. Relaxed legs. Lower body twist. So lift your left leg, roll onto your right hip, and see how far you can bring your left leg behind. And come back, and we roll the other way. So keep it easy and gentle, soft body rolling, lower body side to side. Bringing prana into low back, adjusting any little tight places. Side to side. The upper body doesn't have to be lifted high, you could be lower. Good, and when it feels like enough, come back to center and rest along your front, pillowed brow and completely relaxed back. Great, hands next to the shoulders, press to fours. Take a little dip back, stretch your low back. And now we'll take a downward dog. So segue to a downward dog. Your parallel feet. And feel that the whole spine can get longer as you lift out of your waist. And your hips pull up and back. And your strong parallel arms are engaged to open the underarms and the ribs. And as we breathe now, the sense of this expansion in a spherical shape, not only up, down, but also side, front and back. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to walk the feet to the front to come to a standing forward bend. We invite you to have your knees slightly bent. Bring your hands to your shin bones. Lift your heart halfway and then fold close. From this forward bend with the bent knees, the possibility of raising your tailbone and moving your legs towards straight, so the stretch now comes from the middle of the legs and the length of the legs, head at ease. Great. Easy knees again. We're going to draw all the way up. Some of us will bring our hands to the thighs to press up to stand. Come all the way up and stand tall. Inhale, the arms widen up. Prayer pose, hands. Circle through the arms again, widened up. Prayer pose, hands down the middle. Once more. Nice. We'll take a wide stance with a block at the middle. Straddle legs, block on the ground, right at the midpoint. Great wide arms. Breath in. Exhale, forward bend along the middle and bring both hands to your block. Halfway up, breath in. And now fold a little closer to your blocks. Elbows might bend. Know that your legs don't have to be absolutely straight, but just receive this forward bend. Great. Now straighten the arms, even if the legs are still a little bent. Your left hand is on the block. Bring your right hand to your right side or back. Long spine, tail to crown, and rotate your ribs now towards your right. Breathe here. We're looking up, staying as we are in the trunk, then look down, and looking up, and looking down. Keep the chest opening. One more head turn. Great. As we look down again, the hand comes back to the block and we change sides. Other arm behind the back. Chest opens in that direction. Lovely spinal twist here. The inhale, we're looking up, and the exhale, we're looking down. 2 more breaths. And then as we complete, bring your hand back to the block. This time, slide your block directly forward as the hips pull back. Straight spine getting longer. Great. Draw the block back, place it on the inside of your right foot. Bring your left hand to hold the block and take your right arm behind your back again and twist over that leg. So we're no longer twisting along the midline, we're twisting now towards that leg. Fine to keep the arm behind your back, unless you really would like to stretch it straight up. See what feels right in your shoulder. 2 more breaths. Great. Come on down, bring your block across. So with the block on the inside of your left foot, your right hand is on the block, and we open towards your left. Arm tucked or reaching, knowing that this is about the trunk more than the shoulder. Today we are really focusing on the spinal column. And release your hand back down to the block, bring the block to the center line, and walk your block forward as the hips again pull back, long spinal column. Great. Block draws back, walk your legs in. And come up to stand. Good. Let's take a triangle pose. Step your feet apart. I'm going to be watching you do this now. My little knee break. Take a wide stance, turning out to your right. Great. Keep your left hip back. And then wide arms, take a breath in. Great, and now reach over to your right leg, come into triangle pose, remembering this is a side stretch. Looking good, everyone. Beautiful side stretch. Good, the zenith arm is drawing back to the mid high point. Yes. Great. To challenge your balance as you open your chest, you might turn your head on inhale, looking up, and exhale, looking down. Lovely. Strong, strong legs. Come up on your inhalation. Relax the arms and switch the leg orientation. Your left leg's turned out, your right foot slightly in. And as we did, spread the arms wide along the horizon. Great. Reach towards your outturned leg, side stretch, and come on down. Not about how deep you go. Just stay in the side, and your upper arm is at the zenith point. And you're spreading across your heart, and your low back is getting this wonderful stretch. Such a healing pose for the spine and the low back. Yep, the head turn with breath. Lovely. At the end of the exhale, ground the feet and inhale upright. Great. Parallel feet. Hands to hips or clasped behind your back so that you can really open your chest, and the exhale, come forward along the midline and let your head hang. Yeah, respectful of your shoulders. Any amount the arms can lift away from your back, feel that out. And if your shoulders vulnerable, better to let the arms dangle forward. Beautiful. Back of the neck, spacious. Spine long. 2 more breaths. Yeah, feel free to go into the hips with a little knee bend. Nice, everyone. And catch the inhale, strong core, come up. Walk your feet in once upright and just orient here in Tadasana, standing mountain pose, and feel deeply into your body. Yes, lovely posture, tucked tail, lifted heart, chin in its natural orientation, not too far forward. Pranic flows here. Body awake, mind quiet. Nice. Please come on down onto your back. Where we will have elevated legs position. Block under the sacrum and the legs in the air. Tucked arms, open chest, and relaxed legs hanging. Feel the blood flow, reorient. Elevated legs, the rush of the fluid body down the legs towards the pelvis. Inward attention now coming to breath. Evening the in and the out breath. On exhalation, bend the knees, let your feet come to the mat again, removing the block as we segue now into our closing twist, that deeply relaxing twist, where we take the hips slightly right of center and wrap the right leg over. So the upper body stays and the lower body rolls over. And we arrive in the place that we can be completely receptive. If there is too much pulling anywhere, put a block under your knees, pillow under your head. But once you've come to the place where you can allow all this, switch the breath pattern to the 1-2 ratio. Exhalation grows longer. If you're doing 4 in, you'll do 8 out. 5 in, you'll do 10 out. Guiding yourself in this pranayama, which is down leveling, to ease, to space. When you complete your third exhale, come on up and over to the other side, recrossing your legs. And so that now the other hip gets space. Both shoulders are at ease, and once you've come to the place where you can really allow 3 cycles of the counting breath in the 1-2 ratio. when you get to the completion of your third long exhalation, come up and set up for final relaxation, where once you're settled at the midline with your props, I'll cue you with one more little pranayama before we drop into stillness. So first, coming into your supported, comfortable, aligned at center position. The drop of the arms and the shoulders. Settling and dropping. Good. And so inhale to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 8. At the end of the exhale, drop into stillness, no breath, for 3 to 4 counts. And then repeat that twice more. 4 in, 8 out, and no breath for 3 to 4 counts. As you complete this final long exhale and drop, it's the mind dropping into stillness, into vastness and openness. Let your breath naturally flow as you rest in the quietude, a great nothingness. The breath just breathing us. And even as you rest in this deep place, have the knowing that you already have the inner resources to manage, to deal with, to navigate through everything that's coming at you in your personal life, in our collective life. We have this inner resource of calm, stable wisdom, strength, and courage. And as you return to more active breathing, feel free to roll onto your side and drink in the gratitude moment, knowing as always you can stay as you are as long as you like in Shavasana. So grateful for all this. And then when you're ready, come up to sit. Really lovely to practice with you. So grateful for our Mondays together. Thanks everyone, and namaste.